Nobody have anything to say today? Morning, Bob. Morning, Nibble. Right there. Peering out behind the chair. And back to her room. Nibble has left the building. But we still got this clown, don't we? There we go. Now we're starting to get a few people in there. Hi, everyone. How's everybody doing? Hope I had a good week. Well, it's always a good week when the week's over. This is my long weekend, so all the better, right? Hello, Suzanne. Hi, Scott. Janine, Connie, John, Bob. Everyone's here. Hi, Wheelback for 46. How are you? Starting out slow today here. All right, fabulous. That's great to hear. I'm fabulous too. What's for breakfast this morning? I had a breakfast burrito. I've been doing that a bit lately. I'll like get some sausage and some like ham and eggs and kind of cook it all up in a fry pan. And then when I'm ready, it's just got to nuke a little bit of it, put a little cheese on it, a little bit of my homemade salsa, and it's ready to go. Are those my shoes? Yes, they are. In answer to your question, yes, we have a nice full glass today. We are ready. You ready? Huh? They are pretty good. Yeah, they rock. I go kind of in phases on things for breakfast. Breakfast is more for me. It's just a matter of getting some energy in the stomach and all that. But um, I like to I start having something and then I'll like be on a binge for that for a while, and that's what I've been on a binge for lately for breakfast. Something light just when I go to work, though. I usually just do a couple English muffins. Right, Pike? You're over here now. It's amazing. I'm looking in the camera right now and seeing these lights over me. And I didn't realize the pattern did what it did. I thought it was just a single color and then the white flashing, but it looks like the background colors, like those colors there, the non-flashing lights, those are changing color too. That's a trip. I just got this thing, got all sorts of different patterns, and I just pick a different one each week. Yeah, it was good to see Jordan and Jaw again. They were only here for a short time, but it was good to see them. We went and had some barbecue and had a good time. It's funny, he didn't even really do a lot of vlogging. He just wanted to hang out. Now Bite is over here. Nobody very talkative today. Trimming the girls' bangs. Okay, got to do that, I guess. You've been eating a new kind of muffin made of sprouts, huh? Is it some vegan thing or what? Good morning, Tracy. Here goes the vodka. Hi, Mark. Well, Josh put on a little weight. I've noticed that. I think the work has turned out well in the yard. I'm very happy with how the yard's coming together. It's one of those things that'll be, an ongoing project. I'll never probably ever be done with it because at some point I'll get bored with one thing and decide to try something else. But right now I've got a lot of open space areas where I can plant plants and play with different things. So looking forward to seeing how that all works out. Girls have fresh new haircuts. That's good. Need to do that once in a while. How do the cats and Jaw get along with each other? Not very well at all. The cats don't come out of their room when Jaw's here. In fact, it was funny. The Jordan actually visited twice because he was here about a week ago, and then went off and did some local vlogging, and then came back on Friday night, spent the night, and then uh, headed to his next location yesterday during the day sometime. And Jordan said when he came in on Friday night that Bite was sitting here on the chair when he and Jordan came in, and Bite kind of looked at Jordan. Jordan kind of looked at him, and Bite just got up and went down the hall, went back to his room, and that was it. But yeah, let's just say it's safe to say that Bite, Nibble, and Jaw are not going to probably be best friends at any point soon. Right? You're not a fan of Jaw, are you? You like it better when he's somewhere else. Of course, when Jordan and Jaw would be in their bedroom at night, I think Bite and Nibble did come out because in the morning when I get up and go to work and stuff like that, Bite would be out here on the chair, even though Jordan and Jaw are here. So it's okay. Jordan said the bed was very comfortable, so that's good. It's a nice room. I spent some good money on that room, and it came together really nice. Yeah, I know it's scary what's going on in the Ukraine. Got to feel sorry for the Ukrainians. Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, the yard. I basically the yard was just something I saw potential in, and I've changed it quite a bit. I think if the previous owners came here, there's parts of it that are way different. I'm not gonna say they wouldn't recognize it because A lot of the shapes of things, the shape of the patio basically is the same, or that they used to have the flagstone bricks on. The shape of that thing is basically the same shape that the current patio is. And, the planters for the most part follow the contours that they laid out. But I think I've upped it a little bit. Mom's doing good. Mom's doing good. Yeah. She just sent a short blast. Basically, she was talking about the weather and how it's been kind of cold. But things seem to be going well right now. No problems. You want a belly rub? We got a request for a belly rub. Come on. Let's do this. There you go. There's your belly rub. Now I got to get all the cat fur off my nose. No, the oak tree sapling died. Yeah, the funny thing is the only thing that survived was the one plant that I thought wouldn't survive, and that was that little leaf cutting that I brought with me. And that thing's doing well. Oh, you're going to the meetup? That's cool. Yeah, Jordan's got a meetup in Austin today. Is it? Oh, it's San Antonio. Okay, I thought you said it was Austin. Okay, I'm glad I didn't. I was halfway thinking it'd be fun to kind of show up there, but I would have gone to Austin, and I think I would have missed him. Did I talk to Lowe's during the week? Yeah, I canceled the order. We're done with them. It's over. We're gonna find somebody else. Oh, you missed my mom. Yeah, what is it? Probably I think it was Christmas Day was last time that she was on. Well, I'd like to think that the old owners would be jealous. I mean, I don't know necessarily that they'd like what I've done inside. I think they were a little bit more family oriented and stuff like that. This place is kind of a man cave, but that's okay. It's my house. I can do what I want with it, right? Make it into the house I want it to be. Since White is over here, I guess we'll tip the camera this way here. Yes, they did. They did credit me back for the cabinets. Well, their penalty right now is they're trying to refund the money to the credit card, to Lowe's credit card, but that doesn't do me any good because I don't plan to ever buy anything from Lowe's again anyway. So crediting back to the credit card isn't going to do any good. I'm gonna have to go rattle their cage on that. I need the money sent back to me. Store credit isn't enough. Besides, if they credit back to the credit card, then all that happens is uh, if I spend it even at Lowe's, then I have to pay that back. So that isn't really a refund yet. We're working on it. What is that on over my shoulder? I assume you mean these things. Yeah, those are my weekend shoes. Uh, Here, I'll show you. Give you kind of a close up look here. Yeah, you'll be seeing the full story of this on the upcoming video. But I just figured I'd put this out there and Let you see it. This is what I usually wear during the weekend. I'm wearing my regular shoes today now because obviously these aren't going to work very well. But like I said, I wanted to put them in there, give you a little sneak peek of the result of what happens in an upcoming video. You'll see exactly how this happened. It's all muddy though, so I want to make sure I don't shake any of the mud off. Yeah, I agree with you, Scott. That plant is probably 40 years old because I think it's something that well, 30 years old probably because I think it's something my mom gave me when I was living in my apartment in California, which was before I bought that house that you saw me sell. So, it lived through that. It lived through the entire time I lived at the house. It lived through the transfer, from there to here, lived in the apartment. It's still doing well. So it's okay, Logan. I was very careful not to get it dirty in the house. I took them off in the garage and I very carefully carried them in. So you can do that if you're very, very careful, but if you drop them or anything like that, that's bad. You just started an orange tree from a seed and an orange the girls ate. That's cool. That'll be fun. That'll be a fun story if those work. You get them to grow. Have your own orange tree. I've been thinking about getting some fruit trees for the yard. And an orange tree would be fun. Orange, a lemon. Of course, I'm going to have those raspberries, blackberries, and cranberries, or blueberries. Not cranberries. Maybe I'll find some cranberries. I like cranberries too. Logan says mommy loses her mind over dirty shoes. Okay. Oh, the tree's already growing, 3 inches tall, huh? That's cool. Have I made pancakes before? Yes. Yeah, I've made pancakes. Never done a video on it, but cranberries grow in bogs. Okay, well, there you go. I don't have a bog in my backyard. Yeah, yeah. Jordan's doing a meetup. I thought it was in Austin, but I guess it's in San Antonio. I just heard it from right from the source. Yeah, cornbread didn't work out. I'm gonna try it again at some point. I want to. There's a couple things I'm gonna do differently this time. One of the things I noticed when I made it was that the baking powder had expired. Now, I'd kept it in a cool, dry, dark place. So I don't know what happens when baking powder expires, if it just doesn't work or what. So I'm going to go buy some new baking powder. I'm definitely going to cover the thing with foil this time. And I'm thinking of doubling the batch because they didn't really say what size bowl to put it in. But I think the one I picked might have been too big. And maybe if I made a double batch of it, I'd get a thicker slice of cornbread. Yeah, we'll figure it out because I mean, I don't think the results that I got from that thing were what I was supposed to get. Uh, it seemed like too much moisture had dropped onto it. from the steam. So I think, and like I said, that was the concern I had when I made that banana bread in the instant pot, that the steam would be a problem and it would, upset the way it worked. But when you put the cover on it and it's nice and tight on there, then it works really well. What did I get on the berry bushes? I got blueberries, raspberries, and blackberries. In fact, I think I'm gonna probably go put those in the ground today. That will be the video that I will post for today. The cake looks yummy. Yeah. No, that's not a very yummy looking cake. That's a gross looking pair of shoes. What kind of shoes are these? They're Reeboks, I think. There's so much there's so much mud on the sole, I can't even tell. Yeah, I doubt they're gonna send me a free pair. At least not for those. I've had those shoes for years. Bake them in a kiln. Yeah, there you go. Now I'm gonna hose them off, and they're still my work shoes. That's what I wear when I'm painting or something like that. That is what I'm gonna do, though. I'm gonna hose them off. Well, they were always sort of the garden shoes, but I don't even want to wear them in the garden at this point. I'm gonna hose them off first. But like I said, in the next video, the one that comes up on Tuesday, you'll see exactly when that happened. Might have to end up in a blooper reel somewhere. I've been thinking, there have been some kind of funny things that incidentally just kind of accidentally happened, um, on videos and stuff like that. I've been thinking, doing a blooper reel or something. Got to start collecting that stuff. Logan says, "When are we going to see Nana?" Soon, soon, I hope. Yeah, yeah, sole shouldn't come off the shoes that fast. I'd be mad too. I've heard of crepes. I've never made them. I think I've eaten them before. Should send those shoes to the Smithsonian. I don't think even they'd want them. No, I think they get more miles out of them. They just got to be hosed out. They've been sitting in the garage for about 5 days now because this happened last week. Well, I've said this a number of times, Kathleen. The reason that I do a lot of the instant pot recipes, in addition to the fact that I'm doing cooking videos anyway, and I have one, might as well use it. I also do it primarily because my mom has one too. She's had it for the same length of time I've had mine, which is like more than almost 2 years now, more than 2 years now, and she's never used hers, and I think she's still a little intimidated by it. So I do a lot of those videos so that she can see how it's done and how easy the thing is to use. And I love mine. I use it all the time. Putting shoes in the washing machine. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if these will go in the washing machine. Um, I may just hose them off. Like I said, they're old shoes. The soles are coming off these too. By the way, I may just end up. Is it this one or is it the other one? I think the other one has the sole coming off. Yeah, you can see soles coming off from the front on this one, coming off from the back on this. These are old shoes, but they still got life in them. So I usually wear my shoes until they stop being wearable. Hey, Black Dot, how are you? You've been inspired to get an instant pot by watching mine. Yes, I would love to, see what happens with your homemade soups. I think you'll find that they work really well. I have gotten some good soup results out of that thing. How many vacation hours? I think I have, I don't know, a lot. I got a lot. I could probably take 3 or 4 weeks off. Because I haven't really taken a vacation day since I started working at the place. So when I do go, I'm going to go for a long time. I'm going to be gone at least 2 weeks. See, if I take 2 of my weeks and pin them together, then I get the weekends on either side of them too. So if I got had 4 days, took my 4 day weekend, and then my 3 day week, then my 3 day weekend, that's 10 days plus the 4 day week and the 4 day, no, well, plus the 3 day week and the 4 day weekend. Yeah, that's almost 3 weeks. One more week and spring break. All right, there you go. We don't get spring break at work. Yeah, and well, the truth is, depending on where in California, again, I got to admit, most of my experience with what California is in Southern California. And actually, May and June are actually kind of nice months to be in California. It doesn't really start getting hot in California, or at least Southern California, until about August. Trying to teach the girls some manners. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. Everyone should know manners. This world would be a lot better if everyone had good manners. Yeah, it does get hot in Sacramento because it's over the mountains too, so it's in the valley there. So they're capable of heat, definitely. Uh oh, I've taught Charlotte a naughty word, huh? Yeah, exactly. And it's been a good car. And honestly, I didn't drive it that much. And I think I'm getting a good deal because they were willing to pay me more for the car than I had to pay it off. So even they, they did an inspection of the car, and even they thought that it was in really good shape. So I think I made a good deal, and I got a car warranty to go along with it. I doubt that'll stop the people trying to get me to set up a warranty, in the mail. But I got a car warranty now that basically covers everything except like tires, gas, brakes, that kind of stuff, until I hit 100,000 miles on it. So good. I know that was insane. I mean, I heard that there was a problem getting used cars, and so I figured, okay, well, I'm not that shouldn't affect me. But when I got to them, no, it's new cars too. The 2006 Honda still runs good. Yeah, yeah. This was the third Honda I've had. I've leased them three times now in a row, and I never really had any real serious problems with any of them. How many miles on the car? 26,000, I think. They were blown away because the lease allows me to go to, I think, 36 or 39,000 miles before they start charging me for it. So when they looked at the odometer and said, wow, you haven't driven much, have you? But that's the advantage of living 2 miles from work. That's one of many advantages. How come when you told me to convert my lease to a purchase? I think the reason at the time was I wanted a new car. But when that really stopped being an option, then I went with what I had. So if you feel vindication with that, go for it. Yeah, I like the wind chimes too. Not bored with them at all. Still like the neighborhood. Yeah, I love that it's quiet at night and it's dark at night. In fact, it's funny, on the nights that Jordan was here, he'd turn on the porch light on the house, and the porch light, there's also a big floodlight out in the front of the house, and it basically lights up this part of the neighborhood. And I usually don't do that just because I like to have it dark at night. I hear Bite purring, but I don't know where he is. Oh, there he is. That's where I figured he was. I figured he was just kind of around here. All right, so you feel vindication. I'm glad I could help today. Oh, thank you, Rhonda. I've always wondered what the girls look like. And I think you said at one point, yeah, there was like adoption issues, so you didn't want me to publicize them. So I won't. I'll send them to my mom though. She'll like seeing them too. Yeah, I'm like that too, Kathleen. I like cooking my own food. I know what I'm getting. Yeah, exactly, Rhonda. I understand completely. Yeah, I love the sound of the wind chimes too. It's really relaxing. It's been nice when I was out doing the gardening in the yard to hear that in the background. Charlotte with the dark hair. Okay, good to know. Good to know. In fact, so I make sure I remember that. That must be them there. All right, let's get our look here. Oh wait, no, that's something else. Yeah, we'll do it later. They're wearing it. Outfits you knitted for them. All right. You're very handy with the knitting. Yeah, yeah. Jordan sent me that one a couple weeks ago when he shot it. He was very excited about that. In fact, I think it was the first night he was here. He just got back from doing that, and he played it on the TV for me when he finished editing it. Yeah, that was exciting. I know how big of a fan Jordan is of Wayne. So I know he's met him once before. He ran into him at the airport once, but to actually get to have him on a vlog, I know that's like a dream come true for him. Do I often go home for lunch? No, no. My lunch break isn't long enough to justify doing that. I'd get home and I have to turn around and come back. It's not worth it. We have a cafeteria on the property anyway, so no, there was no negotiating. There was a buyout price, and that's what it was. What? Come on up here. I haven't done this yet for you. All your pets should be coming running now. Yeah, we're sticking straight with the vodka now. Yeah, even Nibble's coming out now. Nibble just stood there. I guess Nibble doesn't want anything today. She's just gonna let Bite have it all. You don't want any? One more attempt. Oops. My backhand ain't so good. There, she got one. All right. Charlotte says we have a jug of beer in our vodka cooler, or jug of vodka in the vodka cooler. Okay, there you go. Yeah, I know. You wouldn't think something that big could move that fast, would you? Selling used cars that you fix up, and demand is crazy. That doesn't surprise me. Just water cooler and it's water. That's how, yeah, that's how you really get the cats out. That's true. That Bite's just kind of sitting over there waiting for More treats, I think. What time we were expecting the troll, I don't know. He was only in at the end last, or 2 times ago, and last time he was kind of there almost at the beginning. Haven't seen him yet, though. Hey, Eric, how you doing, buddy? Uncle Brex says it's vodka. It's vodka. I'll be honest with you, girls. This isn't vodka. It's water. That's just a joke. I'm only joking. It's only water. It tastes really good. I worry about updating the operating system on older systems. They keep pestering me to go to the next version of Windows on this machine. But one of the things I've noticed is every time Microsoft does a software upgrade, it requires more computer resources to do it. And so you try and do a operating system that's designed to operate at a certain clock speed, and you're not at that clock speed, it starts becoming a problem. That's why I get reluctant because I don't know how much more demand there's going to be on the processor. So I get a little leery about that. So I probably will not be updating this one. It's running great on 10. The cats ever looked in the mirror and seen themselves? I'm pretty sure Bite's seen himself when I hold him up to this thing, and that's got to be the same. You really like the Hawaiian scenes on the computer there? That's my friend Matt's YouTube channel called Island Horizon Videos. Go check it out if you aren't doing so already. That's all he does. He lives on the big island of Hawaii, and he goes out with his camera, and he'll just put the camera on a tripod, pointed at some beach somewhere, and we shoot like 20, 30 minutes of video. It's one of those things. I always think his market is like people at work, where you got the computer on, put this, just have the ocean scene running in the background, while you're doing other stuff. So I'm hoping at some point that's going to take off, and he's going to get a whole bunch of subscribers and start making a little bit of money doing this. Oh yeah, I remember Windows ME. Windows ME was horrible. Fortunately, I never had a computer that had it on it, but my dad had one, and it was always a problem. XP was a great operating system. Windows 98 was a great operating system. Yeah, see that's the same problem I fear with this one, John, is put in a new operating system. It might not work that well on this machine. And I'm not seeing any problems with Windows 10 that uh, that I can't that are too annoying that I can't deal with. So ain't that the truth? Sci-fi movie computers last forever, but your 4-year-old Android is obsolete. Hello, Gene. How are you? Yeah, there's good money there, and if you can protect from cyber attacks, they'll pay whatever they have to get protected because the consequence is so bad. I don't rule out the possibility of having a Windows 11 computer. It's just not going to be this one. You know, if I got a new computer that comes with Windows 11, you know what? I'll use Windows 11. I'm not updating anything. That one's running 10. This one's running 10. I think everything else I got is running something older. Hello, Ruth. I'm good. How are you? I was in a phase for a while where I bought my computers component level one at a time and built them myself. I'd buy the motherboard, the CPU, and the memory, and the hard drives, and the boxes, and basically get the machine I wanted. It isn't really as much an issue anymore because even just a basic computer can do what you need to do. And if you need to update certain things, you can. Yeah, well, that's another thing, Dana, that I think about with new operating systems. You know, they always got to have time to work the bugs out. You know, because when you're testing operating system software in a factory, you know, there's only a certain number of combinations of things. You really, in order to work out all the bugs, you got to see what happens when you put it on thousands and thousands of different computers and then run it for a long period of time. Windows 7 was a pretty good operating system. Yeah, I think I have Windows 7 on one of my old laptops. That's probably what's on a couple of my desktops back there too. Yeah, I'm sort of the same way, Rhonda. You know, when something new comes out, I like to stay cutting edge. You know, I do that with phones too. This phone is almost obsolete now. I've had it for, well, basically, I got it almost immediately after I moved here, so it's been almost 3 years. Yeah, I've used XP. XP was a great operating system. I mean, I guess the first thing I ever used computer-wise was MS-DOS 3.0. So that's how long I've been into this. And I remember Windows too. Most people for earliest Windows they remember is Windows 3 and Windows 3.1. 3 was unstable. 3.1 was pretty solid for what at the time. They did Windows 4 or DOS 4 that wasn't that good. Um, let's see what was it? Windows 4, Windows 5. I think 5 was pretty good. I don't know if I think I might have skipped over 9. I might have 9 on something. Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of bilingual when it comes to computers. I can do Apple, I can do PC, I can do, you know, iPad, iPhone, Android, you know, I can do it all, but I've always kind of steered on towards the MS-DOS non-Apple side of things. One of the things that bugs me about Apple stuff is it's always so expensive. Yeah, I think that was the first computer my family ever had too. I think we had an Apple IIe. And that was what we had back in when I was just graduating high school and like early days of college. And then I was the first one in my family to have a PC-based computer. That Apple IIe was really primitive in the days because you had one floppy disk that had the operating system on it, and another floppy disk that had any software you wanted to run. So you were constantly flipping disks around, flipping them over, and Commodore 64. Okay, yeah, that's pretty far back there too. Ain't we all around it? Ain't we all? I remember the Commodore 64. I never had one, but I remember them. I don't even know what that one is. I know what basic Fortran and Pascal are, or Fortin. Let me show you a weird artifact I have from my first computer. Hang on a second. This is the motherboard of the first computer I ever had. It's the only thing I got left of it. But you look real closely. That is an authentic Intel 386 processor right there. Shows you how old that thing is. And 16 slots for memory. Each one of them could hold a whopping 250K, which means you could have a whopping 4 megs of memory on this thing. Yeah, that was a rocking computer in the day. Got your first computer in '88, which was all components you bought separately and had to assemble. Yeah, yeah, I've done that with a couple of computers that I have. Two of them are actually still functional. Yeah, I think I saw that same one, Mark. A computer where all of the components are submerged in liquid. I saw that too. I think that came across my Facebook profile a few days ago, and I thought, oh, that's kind of interesting. Probably a way to keep it cool, because that's the big problem you run into. It's the more operations that chip is doing, the harder it is to keep it cool. And so for 10 years or 15 years or so, they've been using like liquid to cool processors in computers. So it doesn't surprise me we get to the point where the whole computer is submerged. Oh, I love that song. Mr. Blue Sky is a great song. Hey there, Mr. Blue. Yeah, you're right. Isn't what it used to be, definitely. You can get a laptop for less than $1,000. If you want a good one, you're going to probably spend about $1,000 or maybe up. I was very anti-laptop for a long time because I like having the ability to customize it, and it's really hard to customize a laptop. Put a new video board in it. Yeah, you're not going to do that. Well, and one of the things that I've noticed also about PCs is you get more variety of stuff. I remember the place I used to go for electronics is called Fry's in California. I think they're pretty much gone now. I think last 3 or 4 times I've been in that store, the store was doing really bad. But I remember a few years ago I went into there when they were still doing pretty well, and just decided to do kind of an informal comparison of the the best machine I could find for a PC and the best machine I could find for a Mac in that store. And the best PC I could find in the store, and the PC section was like 20 rows wide, and there was one row for Macs. And they had literally dozens and dozens and dozens of options for the PC, and there were like three options for the Mac. And when I compared the best of them, the best PC was superior in every way to the best Mac. And it used to be that was the way you go. Mac was the way to go if you're going to do anything graphic or video or anything like that. It's the difference is gone. The people who are really into buying Macs these days are the same people who would be, oh well, I want to get things on Betamax. It's better and I like that, and they're just stuck with that, and they're kind of stuck in that mode, I think. Hey Jeff, I saw you scroll by there for a second. How you doing, buddy? Yeah, but if you get a laptop with the original operating system that was loaded, generally the operating system works really well with the laptop that it was installed on. If you've tried to update it, then you're right, you're going to run into problems. But you talking the Cottonland Castle that Chip and Joanna Gaines bought? They're supposedly doing all sorts of work on it, but all the work seems to be going on inside. There's a lot of like really ornate uh, mantles and staircases and fireplaces and stuff like that, and they're working on it, but it's hard to tell. It's hard to know what exactly they're doing because you can't get in there. I don't know. Maybe I should try and pull the vlog card and say, "Hey, I'm a vlogger. Would you mind showing me around in here?" Stranger things could happen, right? I got into Lee Harvey Oswald's jail cell by doing that. And Jordan still thinks I could talk myself into an interview or talk my way into an interview with George W. Bush. Every time I see him, he mentions that. Have you talked to George Bush yet? Yeah, it doesn't surprise me that Fry's is going out of business. It's been going downhill steadily for the last 10 years. I began noticing it back then. You'd go in and there wouldn't be the inventory that there used to be, or the shelves that used to go 8 feet high now only will go 6 feet high. or there's a lot of gaps between stuff. You were sneaking out your drain in your laundry room and you put a camera down. You're thinking about me and how I should make a video of it. Well, yeah, you should make a video of it. Eric thinks I should ask for. Yeah, I mean, it would just be an issue of figuring out who to contact. But I bet you I could contact Chip and Joanna. I bet you I might be able to talk my way into it. Hey, can you imagine how fun it would be to have either Chip or Joanna give me a tour of the place? Yeah, I'm glad to see that people are finally coming to their sanity regarding the masks. Oh, Tracy's checking out. Thanks, Tracy. It was good talking to you. Well, that honestly, John, that's exactly the thing Jordan said to me too. He said that I should approach them, tell him who I am, that I'm new to Texas, that I live in Waco, and I kind of fell in love with the place, and then ask him, said I'd like to come and see what he's doing with his life. If I did it, I wouldn't want to go politics on that. I don't want to do politics for something like that. But it'd be fun to, get an idea, what he's doing with his life. And Jordan specifically said, talk to him about, why is it you chose Crawford and all that. It's like, yeah, I mean that, I'm actually pretty sure I could pull it off. I could probably talk my way in. It'd be fun to say I interviewed a president. Yeah, yeah. I mean, there's all sorts of ways that I think I could contact them. I don't know. I might do it at some point. It would definitely be a cool video. Oh, I don't know if he'd ask for money or not. I mean, it's not like he needs money. Bite has left the building. Tell him I was in the Skull and Bones. I don't know the secret to handshake though. I would like to talk to him about, like his painting and get a chance to check out his ranch and stuff like that. Yeah, you're right. I'm guessing I'd have to interact with the Secret Service, but and they'll probably do a background check on me, which wouldn't be an issue. They're not going to find anything there, and I'm sure I'd get metal detected before I came in. I have no intention of killing anybody, so that wouldn't be an issue. Eric Lowe's Me TV Sundays. All right. I don't know what that is. Honk honk from Canada. Hey, Peg. Will I plant more peppers this year? Probably. Yeah. I was very happy with the results I got last year. They did very well. Remember when your dad bought a Casio calculator that was the size of a typewriter? Yeah. Yeah, I like some 70s and 80s TV shows. Will I increase the number of the plants? I don't know if I'll increase or decrease them this year because one of the things I ran into with the tomatoes, I think the tomatoes especially were a little bit too compact. There's too many plants in too small of an area. So, it might be one of those things I just focus on one or two plants this year and maybe try different things. But I definitely want to try the jalapenos again and the habaneros. I got really good results of those. I'm still enjoying those pickled jalapenos and habaneros I made. And I actually like it. The jalapenos that I pickled are way spicier than the ones I can get at the store. Like on an order of magnitude spicier. Hey, bye. Hello, hubby at work. I hope you're having a good day. That's what we're calling. I'm gonna have to maybe check in on what that is because I may end it. If I got to do something at work, then I may have to end the live stream here. But we'll see. See if she'll leave a message here. Did I say that I needed a sunnier spot? Basically, what I needed was when I first planted them, they weren't doing that well because I think they like a lot of sun. When I first planted them, there wasn't a lot of sun going on at that point. But as we got later in the season and it got sunnier in that area, they did really well. Hang on a second. I got to check this voicemail, see if this is something important. It happens sometimes. There it is. All right. Well, I think it's something that can hold for a little while. The boss just has a question for me. Yeah, that's it. That's you're right. My natural habitat here. It's not very often that work intrudes into my weekends, so hope there's no real problems. But I'm getting more to be like a lead over there, so it kind of makes sense that maybe there's going to be some issues that pop up from time to time that are going to interrupt my weekends, but that's okay. I guess that's the nature of having a job, right? I have been too, Rhonda. I don't get it. All of a sudden, the telemarketers are going crazy. The thing that bugs me too is I'm starting to get text messages from people that are sending me stuff from Gmail, and I can't block any of that stuff. You know, texting and email are supposed to be different things, so I'm puzzled how Gmail, which is an email server, can send stuff to my cell phone. I'm hoping maybe future versions of the text program will be able to deal with that. I haven't had eight in a day, but I get one every couple of days, and it's annoying. I don't even if I don't know who it is, I don't pick it up. You can message from the realtors wanting to buy or sell your house, huh? I guess there's a lot of people doing that. I can turn off SMS. Well, SMS is what the SMS is what the text messages are though. What I'd have to do is because I don't want to eliminate that. I'll go look and see if there's a setting, but it seems to me I've dug through there before and not found anything. Well, from AT&T saying your service is ready for upgrade, and you aren't even a customer. Yeah, it's the same with just junk mail in the mailbox too. It doesn't even make it in the house. If it doesn't know what my name is, if it doesn't have a return address on the outside, if I don't know what it is exactly from looking at it, it doesn't even make it in the house. I got a trash can in the garage. Just hit the info in the text and you block the number. That works if you're blocking someone who's texting you. But if they're sending it from a Gmail account or a Hotmail account, which apparently can fire stuff into the text world, you can't block that. That's the problem because it's not coming from a number, it's coming from an email address. You use it for fire starters. Yeah, well, I guess you can do that too. No, because my email isn't involved in it. It's my text program. So any solution's got to be coming from the text email. I could block an email from another email address from within the email, and I can block a text message from another texter in the text program. But if somebody's sending me an email into my text world, there's nothing I can do about that. At least not so far as I know. Hello, Roberta. How are you? I'm sure it was some feature that Gmail or Hotmail or whatever it was dreamt up that they thought, people would like being able to, email somebody's text. But all it is now is just a means of sending, spam messages to people's phones. I mean, you can basically these days just about everyone has a cell phone with text capabilities. So, you can just pretty much pick a number at random and fire it off, and you got a good chance you're going to hit somebody's phone. It's frustrating. So cold here. You have the fire. It's actually been cold here too. It's been, we had freezing rain, supposedly a couple days ago. It didn't really do that much. It was misting a little bit that morning when I went into work, and by the time the evening came, it was over and the streets were all dry. But it's been like in the 20s at night for the last couple of nights, so it's cold. It's supposed to be warming up. Yeah, that's something I see too. They know that people put certain block words in their email. So if a subject includes certain one, but the spammers will intentionally misspell one word, misspell words that are likely to get blocked, and then the software isn't smart enough to figure that out. Yeah, I've seen that too. Yeah, I agree with you, Black Dot. It's going to be right there along that back fence near where Flash's Cave is. That'll be double benefit because that's probably the best sun area in the whole yard. And it's also anything falls off the plant is going to be Flashes. And I know she'll love blueberries, raspberries, and blackberries. She'll gorge herself on those. She loves anything like that. It'll be great to, yeah, eat all those berries. I can't wait to have my own berries. I hope those plants do well. In fact, somebody mentioned on the in one of the comments that I read this morning about that I should actually get two varieties of blueberries because apparently they'll cross pollinate and result in a bigger harvest. And I did see they had like two different varieties of blueberries there, so we may do that. But I'd like to get those into the ground today. I was looking around for trellises the other day, and I couldn't find any. So I don't know. Maybe that's more spring stuff, and maybe Home Depot doesn't have that out in the winter or something. It's warm to the low 30s in Minnesota. Yeah, I think it's supposed to get into the upper 50s here today, and we're kind of on a little bit of a warming trend. So that's true. But if the plants do well, then that's all that matters the first year. How do I transport a tortoise from California to Texas? I'm going to put her in a box and put her in a car. And I'm going to try and make a beeline from California to Texas, try and make it here in 2 days. Yeah, actually making jam sounds like a good idea because I get a feeling I'm going to get more than I can possibly use, but that's okay. Well, I was sort of hoping, and it just didn't work out. I wanted to do it kind of in the middle of the winter because I thought that'd be the easiest way for it to happen is to have her just hibernate all the way back. And who knows, we may still force that situation, when we actually do it. Because I could set it up so the air conditioner blows on her, and that would keep her cool and slow her down, make her sleep. Yeah, I'm very, very aware about showing the plates on the car, and the plates don't apply anymore. So that was the only reason I do that. If you've seen in the past, if I've ever shown the car, I block out the plates. But those plates, I totally agree with you, and your concern is justified, and I'd be very careful about that. But like I said, those are old um, license plate. They don't apply in my car anymore, so I thought it was safe. What's for dinner tonight? I don't know. I haven't thought about that. Yeah, I don't know. I might build. I was thinking about building my own trellis. How was my visit from Jordan? It was short, but it was fun. Yeah, I think Jordan likes my house. He saw the same thing in it I did. I've often called it my Brady Bunch house, and he said it kind of looks like the house in the Brady Bunch, and I said, yeah, well, I call it my Brady Bunch house. So he said he was very comfortable in the bed. Yeah, well, I've thought about putting her in a cooler too, but I don't know if I'm going to put any ice in there. I don't want to freeze her. I just want to keep her cool. But I bet if I put her in the floor, like in the front, in the like the passenger seat on the floor there, uh, underneath the air conditioning vent, had the air conditioning blow on her, that would keep her cool. Making pizza, the dough is rising now. That sounds really good. I love pizza. Pizza is probably one of my favorite things. Connie's going to have a ham for dinner. That sounds good too. I don't know what I'm going to have yet. Actually, maybe I do. I bought a rack of ribs last week and cooked it on the barbecue, and I got a few of those left over. So that's probably what I'll have tonight. Our tortoise is very sensitive to temperature. Well, I mean, they're cold-blooded animals, so they depend on external sources to get warm. That's why they sleep in the summer in the winter because they're unable to maintain their body temperature. So if I can keep her, you know, 50 or 60 degrees, she'll go to sleep and she'll sleep the whole way home. And that would be the ideal way to do that. If it's too warm in the car, then she's going to be up and about. If she's up and about, she's gonna need to eat and all that stuff. So Charlotte saw my glasses empty and is running to the kitchen to get me some more. I'm going to run to the kitchen to get me some more too. So all right, I'm back. Now it's sitting on the kitchen. Now it's sitting on the coffee table. Okay, oh, I got it. I got it. Thank you. Thank you, Charlotte. Yeah, Charlotte and Logan are both sweeties. What's the status of the cabinets? I canceled the order. Yeah, I'm done with them. You'll hear about that in an upcoming vlog. Is that the sound of a screwed cap? No, no, none of that. It's water. It really is just water. It's not vodka. Do I need a water softener in Texas? I mean, I haven't really run into any issues with it. I'm not sure how hard the water is. I don't see a lot of like calcium buildup and stuff, so it doesn't seem to be a real big issue. I don't know. It's one of those things we'll keep an eye on. That's awesome. I'm so happy that I get to be an influence in their life. My youngest ambassadors. Yeah, yeah, I was concerned about that too, Peg. But Lowe's said they thought they could do it. Now I'll have to see if the next place can do it. Otherwise, we might just have to deal with that. Now the truth is, the cabinet is installed, or the countertop itself is installed in two parts, and you can see where the seam is. I would bet maybe they could, take it apart at that seam and remove it, and then push it back together and reseal it. But I don't know. Oh, that's no good about the water there. You make jalapeno and habanero jam. I've thought about doing that. I don't know. Honestly, it doesn't sound like something that would be that good, but enough people make it and say they like it that, kind of make you want to think about it. I made that habanero salt I think I showed you about. Make real croissants and they have to rise overnight. It's so good. Yeah, good croissants are amazing. Oh, you already decided when the girls outgrow their shirts, you're going to go to Build-A-Bear and make an Uncle Breck and Nana and put shirts on. Oh, that's awesome. That's great. Yeah, those will probably be about the right size too, won't they? I didn't think about that because that was the thing that blew me away when I saw those t-shirts initially. Is those girls are little. Yeah, I mean, I don't drink water out of the tap, so that's not really an issue for me. The water I get, comes from the grocery store. I noticed sometimes the water in Waco smells a little like chlorines. I think they're probably doing that to probably kill some biological component in the water. All the more reason not to drink the water, right? Speaking of drinking the water. Hey, you. Come on up. Come on up. Come visit us. I got a brush. See, the brush works better than the treats do. See if that coaxes him up. Girls are 3 and 4, huh? Wow. We'll catch the live feed when I download it. Okay, thanks, Roberta. It was good seeing you. Thanks for stopping in. See if Bite's gonna go for the kitty treat jar here. He's licking the inside of the lid. He came up to visit. That's my buddy. And I tapped on the couch, and your dog thought somebody was knocking on the door. You mean sort of like this? Now we have all sorts of ways to torture your pets. Logan kissed his nose. All right, there you go, Bite. Logan kissed your nose. Yvonne is sitting there drinking tap water, eating a frozen croissant, and a kitty on her lap. All right, it made your dogs bark. That's awesome. Yeah, fortunately, that hasn't. Natural gas prices haven't affected me. I mean, I love having natural gas, or I did love having it, and I wish I could have gotten it here, but unfortunately, it isn't causing a problem. Girls are both laughing because they know what I did with the dogs. Yeah, well, now that I know I get different ways to torment your pets at home, we'll definitely do that from time to time. Right, Bite? Was that funny? That was pretty funny, wasn't it? Oh, it's not the first time somebody's misspelled my name. For some reason, autocorrect always turns it into either break or brick. So you can literally walk 5 minutes from your house and see city-owned gas wells. Yeah, like I said, it'd be nice. I would love it if they had gas here, but wasn't an option. Nibble visited us a little bit right at the beginning, but if she's here usually in the first minute or two, and then she's back in her room. Maybe we get her to take a kitty treat. Maybe we just got to throw them at her and hope Bite doesn't get them. Yeah, I know. I dumped my landline probably about 10 years ago. I said, "Why am I paying for two phone lines?" I was paying $80 a month for it, and basically, the only person I call my mom like once a month on that, and that was it. Just wasn't worth the trouble. Birds like being brushed too. Pepper jelly works great as a glaze on shrimp, chicken wings, barbecue. Can't make enough. That does actually sound good. Because I mean, I like jalapenos on a lot of those things. Chicken, barbecue. Never tried it on shrimp, but I bet you that'd be good too. That would be nice to have an abandoned gas well on my line, just around my property, and be able to get it for free. But I had a conure once. I'd like to get a parrot. I'm not home enough now to have a parrot, though. Parrots are very sociable birds, and they don't do well in solitude. So something to think about if and when I get to the point where I retire at some point. I'm going to be home a lot. Jordan brings jaw everywhere he goes. My gimmick could be I could bring a parrot, teach him to talk, and then he could take up part of the conversation on the live streams. Rhonda can't handle spicy anything anymore. That's too bad. I would be so sad if I couldn't, because I love spicy stuff. Breck the Birdman. Yeah, I had a cool parrot named Taco. He was actually a conure, which is a little smaller version of a parrot. But I've always wanted to get like an African gray. I think they're beautiful birds and smart. Hey, you gonna come up? There you go. What was Jordan's first trip to Texas? I think it was when he came with me when I moved here. I don't think he'd been to Texas before that. Now you want tacos? Tacos do sound good. Yeah, they are expensive. You're right. And you're right. They also could outlive me. Probably will outlive me. Flash will probably outlive me. You have a budgie who has seizures. Jordan was actually here twice over the past couple of weeks. He was here for a couple of days last week, and then he spent the night on Friday night. In between, he kind of went off and did some vlogging in the area. Yeah, we hit a couple of movie locations on the way out here because we did the Revenge of the Nerds filming locations. Jordan was into a movie called Can't Buy Me Love, and did filming locations for that. There was a TV show that he used to watch as a kid called Hey Dude, and we went there. And we also hit a couple of Texas Chainsaw Massacre filming locations on the way out. No, Jordan never wastes a vlogging opportunity. I mean, a lot of the ideas I get from on how to do things is stuff that I got from him. One of those things is I don't go anywhere now without a camera, even if it's just my cell phone. I've always got a camera on me because you never know when something's going to happen. And I mean, you saw that video recently where that business caught on fire. The only reason I was able to get that is because I had my camera with me that day. I'm blocking her cat, huh? There's your cat. Is that better? Black Dot's checking out. Thanks, Black Dot. It was good talking to you. It's always fun to have you visit. She's talking to him. That's cool. You talking back, Bite? I think Jordan liked the house. Yeah, I definitely need to go visit him. I want to do that too. That'll probably just be a few day thing though. I don't think I'll have to take time off for that because I'll probably just fly there. Are you a pretty boy? Huh? That's from Logan. Okay. Oh well, there goes the cat. We tried. He's over here now. Everybody's really quiet today. Well, I need a trailer to haul stuff back from California. I don't think so. I'm hoping it won't come to that. I am hoping to have the trailer hitch attached this week, though. So that'll be coming up here pretty quick. Do a video on that. I also got a call from the car dealership. My plates and tags are in, so I can go pick that up. So Blacksmith Expo coming my way. Texas Select Custom Cutlery event. I got something else that's coming up pretty quick. That's going to be a kind of a fun vlog that's happening here in Waco that I'm looking forward to seeing. It's about a month away. Still got to look up where certain things are. I don't know where Belleville, Texas is. It's a long ways away. It's down by Houston. Yeah, I know. I'm not, not looking forward to hauling a bunch of stuff from California, but it's got to happen. Yeah, right. It's almost Easter, springtime. We're getting close. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of pizza places. Honestly, I don't go out for food very much. I'm more of a stay home and make my own. I used to eat like fast food and stuff all the time, but prefer to prepare my own. But I really should check out some pizza places around here because I love pizza. Can't wait for motorcycle weather. Yeah, natural well water is definitely the way to go. That's another reason to make your own food if you have allergies and stuff like that. Yeah, I hear you on that. Am I basically done with backyard projects? I don't think I'll ever be done with backyard projects. That's the beauty of having a nice big backyard like that. You can always find something to do. I'll probably get to the point where, I'll tear something out and put something else in. So, yeah, that'll be an ongoing thing. What was my favorite Disneyland meal or dessert when working there? Honestly, I didn't really eat on property very often. Um, because what I would do is, since I can get into the park for free, the goal was really about keeping prices under control. So I'd eat before I go. Um, but there were, I don't know if I could even pick out something that was a favorite food or dessert. Jordan was really into the pecan roll things that they had in one of the stores on Main Street. But even there, they stopped making them after a while, or we never found them, after a while. Or any McDonald's in Texas? I think there's McDonald's everywhere. Yeah, they're here. Yeah, I think what I'm going to do when I drive to California is, I'll maybe spend a day driving someplace and then we'll hang out someplace for a day and then I'll drive another day, hang out someplace else. And, but yeah, we'll drive during the day, definitely. Hopefully be to California in 3 or 4 days. Winter's so bad in Canada, you just broke a branch off a tree, it smacked into the window and you all screamed, was surprised it didn't break the window. Yeah, that can be scary. I know from firsthand experience, though, that it's almost impossible to break these windows. These are almost bulletproof. Damascus steel knives, those are supposed to be like the best there is. Yeah, I got yeah. In terms of perks, you got if you flashed your badge, you got a 20% cast member different discount for that. I got free parking in the parking lot. All I had to show my badge and they'd let me in. So yeah, the perks were really cool. And then sometimes for, around Christmas, they'd have special discounts for cast members where you get stuff for 50 or 75% off. Disneyland wasn't a bad place to work. It was just the management I didn't like. Well, it's hard to argue with a limousine. Hey, bye. You coming to visit? Just very casually stroll on out here. Yeah, Mark, I'm about to wrap this one up too. We're a couple minutes from the end of this one. So thanks for stopping in. It's good talking to you, as always. That's funny because we always did, one of the shows that I would work on found out there was like a Make-A-Wish family in the audience. We'd always do something special for them. I know I used to work on a show at Disneyland based on the Disney cartoon Phineas and Ferb. And when we find out there was like a Make-A-Wish family in the audience, we would pull them aside and say, "Hey, would your kids like to have a personal meet and greet with Phineas and Ferb?" And we'd set that up for them. Yvonne's back to wallpapering. Uh, yeah, that's something I've decided I'm never doing any of that here. Not into wallpaper. Bye, Rhonda. Bye, Charlotte. Bye, Logan. I know Nana sends the hugs and kisses back. All right, well, we got 20 seconds to go here. I went to Disneyland in once in Florida. Yeah, I was before I worked at Disneyland. I used to, as you know, work at a company that made compact discs. And later on in my time with the company, I'd go to trade shows on behalf of the company. And there was one of them in Orlando once. So we stopped by Disney World there. It's kind of very similar to Disneyland, only much bigger, and there's a lot more stuff there, a lot more different lands and stuff like that. Anyway, I think that's all that I have for this one. I got to go do a video today. I got to figure out what my boss wants. So I'm going to pull the plug on this one. Thanks, everyone. Had a good time tonight, and we'll see you next time. Good night.